Hey everyone, welcome in. Ready for a deep dive?
Always.
Awesome. Today we're looking at universal spiritual laws.
Ooh, okay.
Based on this, well, it's an article actually, called
Hmm.
These Greatest Universal Spiritual Laws Will Make You Really Enlightened.
Catchy title.
Right. Not sure about, full-blown enlightenment, but
Yeah.
I am super curious to see how all these laws kind of like fit together
Mm-hmm.
and maybe how they apply to, you know, our lives.
I like it.
So, shall we dive in?
Let's do it.
All right. So this article, it jumps right in with the law of divine oneness,
Okay.
which is basically saying everything's connected.
Right. I've heard of that one.
Yeah, it's like every thought, every action, every single being, like all connected.
Oh, that's a big one.
Right. It's kind of mind-blowing when you really
Yeah.
sit with it for a minute.
For sure.
But then it makes you think, like, if everything else connected,
Mm-hmm.
even our smallest choices,
Yeah,
they could have this ripple effect, right?
absolutely.
Yeah.
It makes you consider the consequences of, well, everything.
Exactly. And the article, it actually uses this term cosmic tapestry.
Oh, I like that.
Right? Like we're all these threads woven together.
Powerful image.
It is. Okay, but let's bring this down to earth for a second.
Sure.
How does this law of oneness, how does it play out in, everyday life?
Well, have you ever walked into a room
Yeah.
and you can just like feel the energy,
Right.
like someone's in a bad mood and it just,
Ugh, yeah.
it affects everyone.
Or the opposite, when someone's like super positive,
Totally, like a chain reaction of good vibes.
it's like contagious.
Right. That's divine oneness right there.
So it's not just some like abstract, far out concept.
Not at all.
It's actually happening all around us.
All the time.
Constantly. So we've got this interconnectedness happening.
Hmm.
And then the article goes on to the law of vibration.
Okay. That's an interesting one.
This one's always been kind of woo-woo to me.
How so?
Well, it says everything's vibrating, right?
Yeah, like at a certain frequency,
Right. Including our thoughts and emotions.
which honestly, science kind of backs that up.
Really?
Yeah, like in physics, everything is energy,
Oh, right.
and energy vibrates at different frequencies.
So is this law saying our thoughts, like, literally send out vibes?
It's suggesting that, yeah.
Interesting. So it's not just think positive.
Well, it's deeper than that.
It's about the actual energy we're putting out there.
Exactly. Like, imagine tuning a radio, right?
Okay.
You got to find the right frequency for the station you want.
Right.
This law is saying we can kind of do that with our own energy.
To, like, attract different experiences.
Yeah, raise your vibration, attract more good stuff.
So if I'm all stressed out, low vibes,
You might attract more of that.
not what I want.
Right. So the idea is you shift your energy.
Okay, so how do I, like, raise my vibration?
Lots of ways. Meditation, gratitude,
Oh, okay.
spending time in nature, even.
Makes sense. Things that make you feel good.
Exactly. It's about aligning with a higher frequency.
Okay, I'm liking this. So we've got connection, vibration.
Hmm.
What's next?
The article goes to the law of correspondence.
Oh, yeah. As above, so below.
That's the one.
This one always makes me think of those fractal patterns.
Ooh, yeah, I see that.
Like the tiny part is a reflection of the whole thing.
Perfect analogy.
So with this law, it's like our inner world,
Mm-hmm.
it's mirrored in our outer world.
Precisely. So let's say you always have money problems.
Oh, relatable.
It might be because you have some beliefs about money,
Like deep down beliefs.
yeah, that are holding you back.
Whoa. I never thought of it like that.
It's a shift in perspective.
Big time. So change my inner world, change my outer world.
That's what this law is suggesting.
It's like taking responsibility.
Exactly. Instead of blaming external stuff.
Look inward, right?
Yeah, what's going on inside that's creating this?
Powerful stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Next law. I think this was pretty famous.
Which one?
The law of attraction.
Oh, yeah, that one gets a lot of attention.
Isn't this the one about like manifesting your dreams?
It is, but it's often misunderstood.
How so?
People think you just, like, wish for something and poof.
Oh, I see.
But it's not about passive wishing, it's deeper.
Okay, so what is it about then?
Your dominant thoughts and beliefs, they shape your reality.
So, if I believe I'll be successful,
You're more likely to take actions.
that lead to success.
Exactly. It's not magic, it's aligning yourself
Makes sense. It's like setting an intention.
and them taking action. Which brings us to our next law, actually.
Okay, hit me with it. What is it?
The law of inspired action.
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Right. It's about, well, taking action.
But not just any action.
It's got to be a,
like our intuition, our purpose.
Exactly. Like those times you get a gut feeling.
Yeah.
And you just know you have to do something.
Even if it doesn't totally make sense.
Right. Have you ever had that?
Oh, totally.
And it leads you somewhere amazing.
Sometimes it's scary, though, to trust those nudges.
It can be, but that's where the magic happens.
It's like we're co-creating with the universe.
I like that. A partnership, not just passive receiving.
Wow, 5 laws down. That's a lot to take in.
It is, but it's all connected, see?
I know, right? It's like a puzzle starting to fit together.
And we're just getting started.
My mind is blown. Ready for more.
Bring it on. Back for more.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
My brain's already buzzing from those first 5 laws.
Good. Got to keep that energy flowing.
Right. So where do we go from here? What's law number 6?
Well, get ready for this one. It's the law of perpetual transmutation of energy.
Okay, that's a mouthful.
It is, right. But it's basically saying energy is always transforming.
That kind of makes sense.
Nothing stays stagnant. Everything's in motion.
It's like those time-lapse videos of flowers blooming.
Oh, yeah.
You see the whole life cycle, like, sped up.
And that's just one example.
Right, everything's changing all the time.
And this law, it's saying we can change our energy, too.
So I'm not stuck with, like, whatever energy I have right now.
Nope. You can consciously choose to shift it.
Okay, so, like, if I'm feeling stuck in a rut,
Mm-hmm.
I can actually change my circumstances.
By changing your energy. Yeah.
How? Give me an example.
Think about it. Have you ever woken up feeling grumpy?
Oh, all the time.
Right. But then something happens and you decide to focus on the positive.
Okay.
And suddenly your whole day feels better.
It's like a shift in perspective.
Exactly. You've transmuted that energy.
Okay, I'm starting to get it. So it's not about ignoring negative stuff.
Not at all.
It's about actively changing my focus.
Yeah, to something more positive.
And that can actually impact my reality.
This law is saying yes.
Wow. Okay. I like this one.
It's empowering, right?
Really? All right, what's next?
Moving on to a big one, the law of cause and effect.
Oh, karma.
Yep, that's the one.
Do you think karma is about, like, punishment?
You know, I don't see it that way. It's
Yeah.
more about understanding consequences.
Like, our actions have consequences.
Yeah, every choice we make, it creates a ripple.
And it affects not just us, but others too.
Exactly. Remember that interconnectedness.
Oh, right from the first law.
It all ties in.
So karma's not about some cosmic scorecard.
No.
It's about energy and how our actions impact everything.
It's about balance, really.
Okay, that makes me feel a little better.
Less pressure, right?
Yeah, less like I'm being judged for every little thing.
This leads into the law of compensation, actually.
Okay, is that about, like, getting what you deserve?
In a way, yeah.
Oh,
But think of it as a natural balance.
okay.
You put out positive energy, it comes back to you.
And if I'm putting out negativity?
You attract more of that, unfortunately.
Yikes. Okay, I gotta work on that.
It's a journey for all of us.
Speaking of perspective, next up is the law of relativity.
Ooh, this one's important.
What's it about?
It's recognizing that everyone faces challenges,
Okay, yeah.
but those challenges are relative.
To their own journey.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
so easy to compare ourselves.
Ugh, social media makes it so hard.
Right. You see everyone's highlight reel.
And I'm like, why isn't my life that perfect?
That you're only seeing a tiny part of their story.
True, they could be struggling too.
Absolutely. This law reminds us to focus on our own path
And to appreciate our own unique challenges.
instead of feeling bad about where we're at.
Yeah, comparison is the thief of joy, right?
Such a true saying.
Okay, next law. This one seems a little confusing.
What is it?
The law of polarity.
Ooh. Yeah, that one's deep.
It's saying everything has an opposite.
Light and dark, joy and sorrow, you know.
So does that mean we're destined to experience both?
Not necessarily destined,
Okay.
but it's about recognizing those opposites exist.
Why is that important?
It helps us appreciate the good stuff more.
Like, if I never experience sadness.
Would you truly understand joy?
That's a good point. The contrast makes it stronger.
Exactly. And knowing that, it helps us deal with the tough times.
Yeah, like knowing sadness won't last forever.
Right. It's part of the cycle.
Okay, so polarity brings balance.
In a way, yeah.
And that leads us to,
The law of rhythm. Everything ebbs and flows.
oh yeah, like the seasons changing.
Exactly. Tides going in and out.
Our lives have rhythms too, right?
Absolutely. Energy levels, creativity.
Sometimes I'm super productive.
Other times, you need to rest.
It's true. So this law is saying don't fight the rhythms.
Work with them instead.
Okay, so If I'm in a low energy phase,
Don't beat yourself up. It's natural.
rest, recharge, and get ready for the next upswing.
Exactly. It's like a dance, learning to flow with it.
I like that. Okay, what else do we have?
We're getting into some really interesting territory now.
I'm ready. Hit me with it.
It's the law of gender.
Ooh, okay. That one sounds a little, well...
I know, a sensitive topic, right?
Yeah, especially these days.
But the article, it's not about gender roles.
Okay, good.
It's about masculine and feminine energy.
We all have both.
Within us, yeah. And it's about finding balance.
So what do those energies even mean?
Think of masculine as like action-oriented, driven. Feminine is more receptive, intuitive.
Interesting. And we need both.
For a balanced life, yeah.
Too much of one can throw things off.
Exactly. Like, too much masculine can lead to burnout.
And too much feminine might make you, like, indecisive.
Could be. It's about finding that sweet spot.
Where both energies are working harmoniously.
Exactly. Makes you think, huh?
Yeah, definitely. All right, what else is there? We're almost done, right?
Almost, but we've got a few more juicy laws to explore.
Okay, I'm all ears. Let's keep going. Okay, back for the final stretch of our deep dive.
You made it.
I know, right? 18 laws down, a few more to go. And honestly, my head is spinning a little bit.
That's understandable.
It's like all these laws, they're kind of like...
Interwoven?
Yes, exactly. Like everything's connected and vibrating.
Constantly changing.
Right. It's a whole new way of looking at the world.
It is, and we're not done yet.
Okay, bring on the final four.
All right. Starting with the law of mirroring.
Mirroring.
It's suggesting that the world around us is like a mirror.
Okay.
Reflecting back our inner state.
Oh, interesting. So, like, if I'm seeing negativity everywhere...
It might be because you're carrying negativity within.
Makes sense. So it's not about blaming other people.
No, it's about taking responsibility for our own energy.
It's like, if I'm judging others...
You're judging yourself harshly, too.
Yeah, that's a good point.
It's a tough one, but it's about awareness.
Okay, so pay attention to what I'm seeing in the world.
And see if it reflects something back to you.
Got it. What's next?
The law of synchronicity.
Ooh, I like this one. It's about those weird coincidences, right?
Yes, those right place, right time moments.
Oh, I have those all the time.
Like what?
Like the other day, I was thinking about this friend I hadn't seen in years.
Yeah?
And then the next day, she called me out of the blue.
Whoa, that's a good one.
Right. It felt like a sign.
It's like the universe is winking at you.
I love that. But how do you know it's synchronicity?
And not just a coincidence.
Yeah.
It's about paying attention.
Like actively looking for those signs.
Yeah, and trusting your gut feeling.
If it feels meaningful, it probably is.
Exactly. It's about being open to the possibility.
Okay, so be aware, trust my intuition. What else?
Well, sometimes the synchronicities are so spot on.
Yeah.
It's hard to ignore them.
Like, it can't be just random chance.
It feels like there's something bigger at play.
Like orchestrating these events.
Right. Guiding us, maybe?
Ooh, I love that idea. Okay, what's next?
The law of abundance.
This one's close to my heart. I'm so over the scarcity mindset.
Me too. There's enough for everyone.
That's what I believe. But then you see so much suffering in the world.
I know.
And it's hard to reconcile that with abundance.
It is. But this law, it's not just about material wealth.
Okay.
It's about abundance in all areas of life.
But like love, joy, experiences.
Exactly. It's about shifting your perspective.
Just focus on what we do have.
Instead of what we lack.
That's a powerful shift. Gratitude is key. Right?
It's huge.
Yeah.
When you appreciate what you have.
You open yourself up to receiving more.
And it's not just wishful thinking.
Right. It's about aligning your energy.
With that frequency of abundance.
I love it. Okay, final law. Bring it home.
The law of evolutionary progress.
Sounds profound.
It is. It ties everything together.
How so?
It's acknowledging that we're all on a journey.
Of growth, of evolution.
Exactly. We're constantly learning, expanding.
It's like we're not meant to stay the same.
We're designed to change, to evolve.
This makes me think about challenges in a new light.
How so?
Instead of seeing them as setbacks.
You see them as opportunities for growth.
Yes. Like each challenge makes me stronger.
Wiser, more compassionate.
It's like the universe is my personal trainer.
Pushing you to level up.
I love that. So it's not about the destination.
Just about the journey.
The process of becoming.
And that journey never really ends.
Wow. You know, exploring all these laws.
Yeah.
It's been a wild ride.
It has.
I feel like I have this whole new toolkit now.
To navigate life.
Yes. And a new way of understanding the world.
And yourself.
Totally. Thank you so much for guiding me through all this.
It's been my pleasure.
And to our listeners, thank you for joining us on this deep dive.
We hope you've enjoyed the journey.
We'll have some resources in the show notes if you want to learn more.
Keep exploring these laws.
And see how they can transform your life.
See you next time.
For another deep dive.